lesson, we will be discussing plants anatomy. Before we will start, it is very important for a future agriculturist to know the basic or fundamentals of agriculture. We will discuss in this video the whole structure of the plant, and we will discuss part by part from roots to leaves until flowers. So hold still and focus on the discussion. First, we will start with the whole structure of plant. So here is an example of a generic or in general plant. In plant, it is obvious that it must have roots system that can be found in underneath the soil. We also have the upper part, which composed of various parts. Let's start with the root. Root has top root and lateral roots. And in the upper part of the plant, we have what we call node, wherein flowers, leaves, or fruit might grow. If you will observe, we also have auxiliary bud. This part of the plant can grow either fruit or leaf. And we also have here the vegetative shoot, wherein on this auxiliary bud, it can grow into a productive stem that can hold or grow another bud or leaves. On this particular area, this growing portion of the plant, this is what we call the terminal bud. It is called terminal because it is the extent portion of the plant's growth. And we also have on this part is the flower. We will now proceed more specifically on the roots. Here in the image, it reflects what we call the taproot system and the fibrous root system. Taproot system is very popular in dicot plants, while fibrous root system is very popular in monocot plants. In the future, we will be discussing in depth what is dicot and what is monocot. This is just an introductory lesson or fundamental lessons in agriculture. In taproot system, it is called taproot system because it has what we call primary root. Compared to fibrous root system, it do not contain primary root. It only contains small, slender rooting system. Compared to taproot system, it has also what we call secondary root. And if that secondary root will create another root, that will be called as tertiary root. And if this tertiary root will create another root, it is termed as rootlets. Next, we will proceed on the structure of the leaf. This is the general structure of the leaf. On this portion, it is termed as leaf blade. It covers the edges of this whole leaf. In this lower portion, this is termed as petiole. it is attached to the stem. And on this particular portion of the leaf, it is termed as base. Further, if you will observe, leaf has what we call slender portion on the middle, that is what we call mid-rib. And also, this middle portion has a lateral veins which is called spine, and this spine has this minute structure of slender-like structure which is called veins. And in this particular, it is what we call the leaf margin. And on the upper part of this leaf is what we call the leaf tip. Bear in mind that this leaf is just an example for general leaf structure. We have a lot of classification of leaf based on leaf margin arrangement, leaf blade structure, etc. Now we will proceed on the flower anatomy. This is what we call a flower. In flower also, we have classifications, but we will focus first as what I have said, it is the basic. We will familiarize ourselves on the basic structure of the flower. On this green structure, it is what we call sepal. And on the lighter part, or the majority of the flower, is composed of the structure called petal. And we also have this part which is what we call filament. This tiny structure, circular structure, is what we call anther. And in general, anther and filament are part of the stamen, or the male part of the flower. On the next slide, this yellow structure is what we call the ovules. Ovules is enclosed with a structure called ovary. And on this upper part, this is what we call stigma. This slender structure here is what we call style. This structure, ovule, ovary, stigma, style, belongs to a female part of the flower termed the pistil. On the next topic, we will be discussing in depth the classifications of various parts of the plant. See you soon.